Hello everyone. Once again, I take this opportunity to welcome you back to this class. We are going to discuss about the arrays, and to remind you, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please do consider subscribing to receive more videos of the same. So we normally say that an array stores multiple values in one single. So to launch, I can just go to my search button here. Maybe I can use my search container here and search for my server, which is XAMPP control panel. XAMPP control panel, and then I can ensure that my Apache is started and also my MySQL, and then I can minimize this to my taskbar, and then from there maybe I can test it by double clicking my favorite browser here, which is then I can type maybe I can type my IP address for my default, that is 127 maybe .0.0 maybe .1, and there it is. This is the library that I want us to access. And from the previous class, if you remember the folder that we are using this. So this is the one that we had. So to look at where this folder is located, we can just go to the file here, and then we can click on this PC, and then the drive C, then XAMPP, then htdocs, and then library here, and then this is the folder. We can we can right click to highlight it and then edit it with the notepad that way. So this is the folder that we need. So this is whatever we need. So for today we are going to discuss the arrays, and we know the array stores multiple values in one single value. So maybe I don't need all this. I can do away with all this for today. This is what we have been doing in our previous classes. So maybe I can do away up to there, and maybe I can delete this, and then I can save it. Maybe I can try to refresh my browser here so that I can see what happens. So now you can see we have nothing apart from this form, which is the HTML. So with me, we are going to declare the first variable here, and maybe we can there's a variable there. We can say it is called the vehicles. Maybe vehicles, maybe vehicles like that. And that vehicles, maybe we can assign the value to it, and then we can give this that, and then we can remember we are going to use the array function. Remember, array by itself is a function. So we have the array, and then inside here now we can have different vehicles, then separating them with a comma. Maybe we can have the first one, which is maybe we can have something like that, and then we can separate it. So we can have the first one, which is maybe we can call it maybe Mazda, that way. And then we can have this one, maybe we can have it here, and then we can have this there, and then remember we can decide to put the other one here, which is maybe the second one we can call it maybe a Toyota, and maybe we can give another vehicle there, which is maybe a Prado. You can say this one is a Prado. And then maybe you can give another vehicle here, which we can call it maybe a Nissan. Can have this one being a Nissan here, Nissan, that way. And then we can also add another one which we can call it maybe I can have another one here, and we can call it maybe a BMW, that way. And then now for us to be able to access this vehicle here, for us to be able to access this vehicle here, what we need to echo. We can just echo, and what are we echoing? We can just echo this vehicles, this variable here, and we can try to paste it there, that way. Then we can remember to terminate it with a semicolon, that way. Then we can save it, and then we can try to, and here you can see now we have the array to string conversion, maybe line 9, which displays that, that. So here we have the array. This one was our line 9 vehicles, like that. So now let us try to have it to display the first one, which we can maybe have it. We take these, and then we can index it. Maybe the first index that we can have here is 0. Remember, this one is 0, this one is 1, 2, 3, and 4, that way. Let us try to save it, and let us try to output here. And there you can see we can be able now to display the first vehicle, which was the Mazda. So to display the other vehicles, what we can do, we can just give their index. We can just give the index. Just you can copy this. You can just copy that, and then maybe we can paste them. You can paste them that way, and then maybe we can paste them that way. Remember, Toyota will be index 1 here, will be 1, then Prado will be 2, and then Nissan will be 3, and then the other one will be BMW, will be index 4, that way. Then we can try to save it, and then we can try to output them, and there you can see them, Mazda, Toyota, Prado, all that displayed that way, But the only difference is that you can see they are on the same line. So now we can look for the way that we can display them on the different lines. And to do this, we need to have the string concatenation. You can put that, and then we can have this, and then here we are going to have the break. We're going to have the break here, right way. And then remember to put it on the bracket, that way. Then let us try to save it, and then let us try to refresh here. We see what happens. So you can see Mazda is nose line. So we can decide to copy paste the whole of this throughout, just like that. You can copy it, and then we can maybe paste it, and then we can come to the next one. We paste it, then also to the next one we can paste it, and then also this one we can try to control paste it there. Then we can click on that, and then from there we can be able to refresh here, and now you can see all of them. They are now well displayed in different lines. Remember, we can also have another, maybe below here. Let us try to put this function, which is the count function. You can try to echo here. What we want to echo is the count function, and then we just write count function, and then inside here we can give this variable here, which you want to see how many elements are found in that array. You can try to Control V there, and then remember always to terminate everything with a semicolon. Then we can try to save it, and then we can try to refresh here. And there you can see we have 5 vehicles here. We have Mazda, Toyota, Prado, Nissan, and BMW. So you can see we have 5 of them. And then maybe, for example, we can try to display them and have something before we display it. Maybe here I can try to say, maybe for example in this, the first one here, where I have this, let me try to give maybe a string before I display that, and then in this, that way, maybe I can say maybe yeah, I say it's my, maybe I can say it's my favorite. It's my favorite. Then here, let me try to put a string concatenation that way, and then let me try to display it. I see if it works, and there you can see I like, it's my favorite Mazda. Let us try to put some space in between them so that we can yeah, that is how you can put that maybe when we have such kind of things. And maybe now, if for example you find now we cannot be able to, maybe for example if we can use a for loop to display all these vehicles, and to that let me give just a comment. Let me give just a comment here so that we don't display that. Maybe up to here, maybe up to here, maybe up to here, maybe up to there, maybe up to that point, and then I can save it and then try to display it here. So we can see now we have nothing there. We want us to use the for loop to display this, and for us to be able to display that, we can use either something we call the loop. We can use the for loop to display that. Maybe the best loop that we can use here, we can use maybe let us use something to do with the for each loop, and then you can use say that for maybe each that way, and then this one is a function by itself. Yeah, we want to display what maybe this, open, and then we can paste it there. This you can Control paste, and then maybe this we can say maybe what are we displaying, we want this, and then we can say as I can use another variable here which you can say maybe maybe I can still Control V, and then instead of having s, now I can have the it in that form. I can it in that form, and then here now I can give my statement which I want to be outputted, my statement which I want to be outputted that way. So what do I need from that? I need it to echo what? So I can say echo, maybe what are we echoing? We want to echo now our this variable. That, and then we can put this string, we can just string concatenation, you can just copy it give a space, and then we can paste it there, and then from there I think we can give the semicolon that way. You can save it. Let us try to output. Yeah. And there you can see now we have our vehicle well displaced without maybe changing anything, without maybe having to change anything. So remember, in this it is very obvious because we can be able even to change our values. Maybe for instance, if the first one was the vehicle here, remember with this I can alter this, or I can change this maybe by saying that variable, control V, then it is found in, oh sorry, this was our recent, maybe I can just copy this, and then I can paste it there. I can paste it there, and then remember now I'm referring to index1, so I can give this angle bracket here, this is a 0, and then I can assign it to a different variable. I can assign it maybe to a different variable, and maybe this one I can say now it is the what, maybe now I have it being Safari, that way. Then let me save it, let me try to output it here, and here now you can see I have changed this one now to another different name. That is how you can maybe do it, and that is how you can do it. Maybe for example, if you want to add other elements on this, if we want to add other elements on this, remember we can use another function here. Another function here, maybe we can say array, maybe array that way. Then we can have the underscore, and then we can push. We can say push array underscore push. Then we can give this one to have that function that way, and then here, sorry, you can paste that which we had, and then under this we can say what maybe we need to add. Under this, what we need to add, maybe here we want to add maybe another one, which is the Volvo, maybe Volvo, that way. And then remember to separate it with a comma, and then also we can add the hammer. We can add the hammer there, that way. And then remember always to have it maybe terminated there with that. And then let us try to save it, and maybe we try to refresh here, and there you can see we have two other vehicles which are added to that. So remember also you can do as many as maybe you wish. From that you can add as many as maybe you wish to have. So now that was the index array. We can also do maybe the other one which we can work is the associate arrays, which is the associate array. For example, in this associate array, this way, in this case maybe I can have a simple array like this, where I have maybe what do I have, then I want to give this mass data to have maybe a value, like maybe for example we can see how many cc does it have. So how many cc does it maybe have. So, and for me to have this, how many cc does it have here, maybe I can add another one here, so that I can have it maybe in a very nice way. So I can have the cc here, and then here I can maybe give I can have this being equals, and then maybe let us try to give that, and then here I can give these values. Maybe this one is 1500, and then I can have the second one here, this, and then this I can maybe say I can have that arrow there, and then this one I can say it is 1200, and then I can have Prado here, and then this, maybe I can say this is what, sorry, this I can give it to 4,000. Then I can have also this here, maybe this I can say this is equivalent to 2000, maybe that one is equivalent to 2000, and then the last one here, this one I can say maybe this is equivalent to maybe 700, 7,000. Maybe that one is equivalent to 7,000 that way. And then in these now, maybe for example, because we are using the same, remember for this I can do away up to here. Let me do away with all this. Let me give just a comment there. And then maybe all the way to here. Maybe all the way to there. To that. So now let me try to display these vehicles now again here. So for me to display these, maybe I can come and use this echo. Remember it is the vehicles. I can copy this, and then let me try to paste it there. Remember it is the vehicles, and then I can give the first one, which is the Mazda. So because I want the Mazda be displayed here, maybe I can give this blanket that way, and then out of that I can give the one that I want to be displayed here, and the one that I want to be displayed is the Mazda. So I can give this, the first one. I can just take this, I can have it that way. Then let me try to save it, and then I can try to refresh here. And here you can see the key value of the Mazda is displayed. So that one was for testing purpose. The key value is being displayed. So you can see now the key value, that is the associate value of the Mazda, is being displayed that way. So I can just give a comment there, and then let us go to an end extent of maybe displaying all of them at once. So you can give that comment, a single line comment. You just double slash, and then for these we can use maybe the for each loop. Let me see where I have used it. So for that we can maybe use the for each loop, and then from there we can this one is a function by itself. We can just have this function, and then inside that function maybe we can have the first variable, which was this, can just copy it, and then we can maybe have it pasted there. And then here maybe we can say that was a function, and then then we can give another as maybe key, and then this key, now we can give the arrow sign. We can give the arrow sign here is equals to that way, and then here we can give another variable here, which is the value that way. And then now we can give what we need to be outputted or echoed out that way. And then here we want it to echo what? We want to echo maybe we can echo what? The first thing that we need to echo here, can have it maybe on that. And then the first is we can echo the key. You can echo the key, and then this key you can say is equals to maybe you can is equals to this value, and copy it, and maybe we can have it pasted there. You can have it pasted there. Then from there we can give just a break here. You can have a break there. You can have a break there. Then let us try to save it, and then we can try to refresh. So we have unexpected these in line 22. Line 22. So somewhere where we have the issue here, maybe here we have on this line 22. So this is our key. Just try to have it terminated that way. You see, we correct the error. Good. And there you can see we have this key being outputted, which is the 1500, 1200, 4200, which I think they were all the hash sheet that we had there. They are the hash sheet that we had there. So to avoid the video being so long, that brings us to the end of this session. I was your trainer, Maurice Munene. If you found this video of importance to you, please consider subscribing, as tomorrow we shall be discussing the multidimensional arrays. You shall be able to see or to get notified when I release another video. Thank you.